Have been with Goat for a good amount of time now. Got funded with them in December of 2024. So still have that same account and making consistent payouts.
What do you like about GoFunded?
What I like about GoFunded is there's a really big array of pairs that I can trade. So a lot of the trades that I've been taking that I've been able to get paid out on are Bitcoin, silver. I'm on a match trader currently, and the execution has been really clean. No problems there, which has been really great. And I love the software.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you had like a pending payout for January. I don't know if you got it ready.
Got it a day ago. I made like 4,200, I believe, so on my account, and then the payout was.
Welcome everyone to a new video with GoFunded Trader, and today we have Mr. Shane. How are you, Shane?
Doing well, Adrian. Appreciate you having me on today.
So for all of those who don't know who you are, do you mind doing like a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Shane Hudson. I'm a swing trader by trade. That's what I love to do is hold positions and really maximize trends. More of a momentum trader. That's really the standard I trade by and have been with GOAT for a good amount of time now. Got funded with them in December of 2024. So still have that same account and making consistent payouts.
Damn, that's amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, you had like 6, 7 payouts so far since, I believe, January 2025?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm about, I believe, six payments, or yeah, it might be six or seven, somewhere around there. I'll have to log into the dashboard and check, but yeah, that's correct.
Amazing. And going back to, yourself a little bit, how do you start, in the trading world? What made you start trading?
Yeah, great question. So I started trading really a long time ago, back in 2015. Learned from people online. Actually had a lot of big learning lessons, a lot of painful learning lessons actually, and it took me a really long time to figure out the strategies that worked well for me to be able to be consistently profitable and not continuing to blow accounts, lose real money before actually finding out about the prop industry online. It's definitely been a journey.
That's definitely a long journey. I think maybe longer than many of us that are watching this, or even me that I'm interviewing you right now. What do you think was like your biggest obstacle that made you from, keep having the same mistakes to now making consistent payouts?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would say the biggest thing is the hurdle of getting in front of myself. It was really me stopping me from being able to become profitable, getting in my own way, cutting my winners early, not holding on to trends, and repeating that cycle just led me to say, hey, when something's going, I'm going to let my winners run and really maximize that trend and let my trailing stops take me out. And that's really what I've been able to do. But it took a little while to build up my psychology to get to that point.
Do you think psychology is basically everything for trading, or is 50-50 compared to the technical stuff?
I would say, yeah, what's between your ears is definitely everything in trading. Any strategy over time, it's going to work if you really stick to it. But if you're always in your own way and you're unnecessarily getting out of trends that are just continuing that the market's going in your favor, or you're just jumping in and out of trades, it's just going to hinder you in the long run.
And do you do anything outside of trading that maybe helps you with your psychology as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've been into fitness for quite some time now. So I love hitting the gym. Quite some time ago, I got my black belt in Taekwondo. So that was definitely a mental pursuit. So just been doing that for quite some time. So the Taekwondo, lifting weights has definitely helped my mindset and just making sure to take care of my body and eat right and not getting into the drugs and alcohol and all that to sway my decision making.
Of course. Do you have any goals besides trading? Maybe with your fighting that you're doing, or the gym, everything else?
Yeah, main goals is just really taking care of my physical health and just really getting in great shape, staying in shape, and then really just being able to get more funded accounts and grow over time and also be able to grow personal capital outside of trading. So those are a lot of the goals that I really strive for.
Perfect. So going back to trading a little bit, why do you choose GoFunded? What do you like about GoFunded?
What I like about GoFunded is there's a really big array of pairs that I can trade. So a lot of the trades that I've been taking that I've been able to get paid out on are Bitcoin, silver. I love FX. FX are the pairs I started with back in 2015.
Mhm.
But there's really a wide array of pairs. I believe you guys might even have stocks. I haven't traded or dabbled in that. I'm not too sure, but don't quote me there. But anyways, those are a lot of the pairs I trade, and you just have a really open array of directions you can go with GoFunded Trader.
Nice. And since you are in the US, right, you use Trade Locker, I believe?
So I'm on a match trader currently, and the
Okay.
execution has been really clean, no problems there, which has been really great. Yeah, and I love the software.
Perfect. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you had like a pending payout for January. I don't know if you got it ready.
Yeah, actually got it like a day ago. Yeah, that one was for so I made like 4,200, I believe, so on my account, and then the payout was 33.90. So I got that pretty quick. Actually, that one was less than 48 hours, which is really good. And you guys have been really consistent with that, making sure the payments come on time, which is really awesome. Appreciate that.
Me personally, I love seeing people getting consistent payouts. The year just started. So what are your goals in terms of trading for this year? I know you said before that you want to also grow your personal account. Is that something that you're already working on?
Yeah, working on it slowly but surely. It's a little bit different here in the US, of course. So I'm working on that and adding to it. But the biggest thing, my goals I have for myself is just really continuing to really push myself when it comes to my entries, making sure that I dynamically size my risk when taking my trades. And of course, not getting in front of myself, holding my winners as long as I can. And really just being able to extract those payouts and support my life and just keep moving forward. Really, I mean, I'm more of a process focused trader. Like, of course, there's outcome goals I can look at, but as long as I follow the process, I know the outcome will take care of itself.
Perfect. I know there is a lot of traders going, especially into social media, creating content. Is that something that you ever thought about it?
I did some content more in 2024, a little bit in 2025, not as much. I would say for me, I post content not as often as I probably should, maybe like monthly at this point, making threads just about my trading month wins, things that went well, things that didn't go so well. That's something over time that I might more get into. But for right now, it's mainly just more focused on my trading and really what I write down on X, people can kind of take away and digest and see if it can help them and their trading journey as well.
Perfect. And my next question for you is, let's say that bills and all the stuff that, we as adults we need to take care of. If that's something that you don't really need to worry about and you just trading just to trade and make money, what would you do if, let's say, you're making consistently like 10K, 20K a month? What would you be your next goal in terms of trading? Maybe you want to travel more. What is something that is on your mind that you really, really, really want to do?
Yeah, I'd say for me, it's definitely travel more. So a lot of the times I am working from home. I have my computer always sitting here and just checking charts on my computer. I don't even bring my phone around and pull it up whenever like I'm leaving the house. So really my biggest thing is like being able to travel more, actually leave the house, go on vacations and just leave the trading at home and be able to focus on the experience. So definitely more traveling this year would be a huge plus and benefit as I continue to scale and make more profitable trades.
Perfect. And I know before I asked you, about what obstacles you had in the past, do you currently have any, not obstacles, but, maybe something that you are like, okay, I need to fix this so I can get to the next level?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. So I'd say a good example is I can reference a trade. So silver has been the talk of the month, and I had a good trade on that with GOAT. Got in around $77.40, and I got it out. My trailing stop knocked me out around $90, and we consolidated a little bit before jumping back up to 117. So for me, it's just mentally understanding that, all right, after I get out of a position, continue to watch that pair to see if I can re-enter and maximize more of the move. Because oftentimes I'll take a move and I'll grab a chunk of it, and then I don't look on it for a while. Maybe I'm looking at FX and the move's just continuing. And I'm like, all right, well, there's opportunity to re-enter trades. So definitely something that I also noted on my Twitter as well that people can take away from is don't take your eyes off the ball even when you profited on it. Be able to jump back in when you need to.
That's great. That's amazing. And actually, now that you mention it, I was talking to someone this morning about it because obviously we are trading, through all-time highs. So what I
Yeah.
was talking about with some of my friends was like, okay, it's really hard to have like a target. Like after it breaks above all-time highs, like what is your target gonna be? Because you might close too early and then you see it push it some more, or you might try to hold it and then it's gonna come back down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like it's very hard to actually do, but you are making consistent payouts. So I think you're doing it well. And you mentioned that you post on Twitter as well. Do you mind sharing what your Twitter handle is for the people
Yeah.
who can follow
Twitter
you?
handle is my name, Shane Lee Hudson.
Perfect. So now you guys know you can follow him. And one of my last questions for you is for all those people who are watching right now, and they might be, at the beginning and in their journeys, what advice could you tell them? Imagine that right now they're like, okay, I keep losing accounts, I keep blowing accounts. I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, biggest recommendation that I would say is look at trading as a lifelong endeavor and really continue to show up even when you continue to get kicked in the teeth, punched in the face. I really only have at best a 40% win rate. I lose a lot, but the times that I do win, I'm really able to maximize those winners and be able to get paid consistently. So during the periods of drawdown, and just have some mental resilience and persist even through it because I experienced it too, as we all do as traders. Never look at Twitter and think that someone has it absolutely perfect because they're lying. It's not true. We all deal with the same thing in these markets. So continue to press on and look at this as something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life and treat it as a business and not a hobby.
Perfect. That's an amazing advice. And, for those of you who are watching, really, really, really listen to what he's doing because I feel like if you're looking at this for the long term instead of like the short term, which a lot of people get into this industry for to make quick money, that's when you get the most stress and you start blowing accounts and you just give up. So if you look at it in a long term perspective, then obviously you're going to be more patient. And my last question for you, which is something that I love to ask everybody, is if you had to send a message to yourself here in this video. Let's say you want to rewatch this video in 1 year or in 5 years. What message will you give to your future self? It can be anything. It can be goals. It can be whatever you want.
So the message that I'd give to my future self is that in the next 5 years, I'd make over six figures in payouts with the journey that I'm on by being consistently profitable. That'd be my goal to look back and say, hey, I did it. I made over six figures in payouts by being consistent and continuing to show up to the charts and putting my best foot forward each and every day.
Amazing. I will remind you in 5 years. If you
All
remember,
right.
if I remember. But thank you so much for coming. It's a pleasure always to meet new traders and especially, those ones who are super consistent because, we can all learn from you and from all those traders who are always getting consistent payouts because, at the end of the day, that's what we try to achieve as traders, just being consistent, show up and getting it done. So thank you so much for coming. I don't know if you want to say anything else.
That's really it, Asian. I appreciate you having me on, and I hope this helps other aspiring traders to continue to do better.
Thank you.